At the beginning of the story, we are shown a morgue where a boy named Min suddenly becomes alive, but he was not able to remember anything, so he tries to take him out of the room. Then all the workers there get scared seeing him, after which Min is laid on a bed. Min's mother Rudy is also there, who was very happy to see her son alive, but then Min faints, and when he regains consciousness, he finds himself in a room of the hospital. Min does not understand anything, so he tries to run away from there, during which there are doctors and nurses in front of him who start staring at him in a creepy way and talk to him in a strange language, due to which Min gets even more scared, so he runs towards the lift, but the lift was not moving, so he goes out of a window, where due to rain his wing slips and he starts falling down, but then an unknown power saves him and makes him stand on the building. Min was feeling all this like a dream because instead of falling from the building, he was walking on it. During this time he had to clean the window there. A man comes who was walking on the building like Min. Min asks him if all this is happening in reality, but that man slaps Min to make him realize, after which that man introduces himself as Guardian, and Min says that all the memories of your soul have been erased and the soul has been given the body of a boy named Min to live again. Hearing this, Min asks many questions to the Guardian, but the Guardian does not tell him anything and pushes him on the edge of a window, after which Min realizes that he can no longer walk on the building, and if he leaves the window then he will fall down. So Min quietly comes inside through the window and goes to his bed. Just then a nurse comes to him who gives him a needle which hurts Min a lot, and he accidentally hits his hand on a bottle. Then the water in the bottle suddenly freezes in the air. Seeing this, Min is very surprised, and then he comes to know that the nurse is the Guardian. Actually, the vehicles can take any form according to their wish. Well, here the Guardian's body is taken out of the window. Homestay tells him that your body is not permanent. Guardian gives him an overglass and says that if you are unable to find out the reason for Min's death within 100 minutes, then your soul will be removed from your body and you will be made to die again, due to which your soul will never be able to take birth again. After this, Guardian tells Min to not tell anyone that he is not Min. Next morning, a doctor comes for Min's checkup. Then Min reads his full name from a medicine sticker and tells it to the doctor. Due to which the doctor feels that Min has remembered everything. So he discharges him from the hospital. After getting discharged, Min goes to his home with his mother, where he comes to know that he also has an elder brother named Ma. But the surprising thing was that Min was not happy with Min's return. Here, Rudy says that you will have to sleep with Min for now so that you can be kept under observation. Apart from this, she asks him to bring new clothes for her, but till then she tells him that he has to sleep with Min. Min asks me to wear clothes. When Min hears this, he tells his mother that he will stay at a friend's place tonight, and then Min leaves from there. Min asks his mother what happened to her the day when he committed suicide. But Rudy says that she does not want to talk about anything in this matter. After this, Min sees his father who was busy on call, so he asks Min to wait to meet him, which makes Min feel very strange that his father is asking him to wait instead of welcoming him. After this, when everyone goes to sleep at night, Min looks around the house, during which he sees a family album, but his picture was not in this album, which makes his mother feel a little strange. From here Min starts searching his old room, but the gate of his room was closed, so Min tries to see the room by peeping from under the door. But then Minute goes there and sends him back to Sonny. Next morning when Min opens his eyes, he sees that his mother is going out with her laptop, so he picks up a bunch of keys from the living room after his mother's death and starts opening the gate of his room, but that gate is not opening with any key. After this, Min goes back to Min's room and takes it out of the window and starts pushing it towards the window of his room, which reaches his room. There was nothing in the room except some pieces of empty furniture and the photo of Min at his funeral. In this photo, Min gets shocked to see the date of his death, due to which he drops the photo down, hearing the sound of which Rudy comes there. Then Minute asks his mother what happened to all my things, but Rudy says that you had ruined your society before committing suicide. Then Rudy runs and asks Min, why did you commit suicide? Meanwhile Minute notices the place where his blood was lying. Then Minkus' mother cries Rudy. She hugs him and tells him not to commit suicide again. The next day when Min is preparing to go to school, Rudy gives him his purse. In this purse, he finds a letter and his mother's business card. He learns that his mother is an engineer and often had to go out of town for work. After this, Rudy drops Min to school and tells him that if anyone asks him the reason for not coming to school, he should tell them that he was sick. Actually, whatever happened to Min, Rudy did not tell anything about it in school. When Min goes to school, he learns that he did not have many friends, but he had only one best friend named Lai and she had a crush on Min. Lee and Min were talking when Lee remembers that they have to go to a stunt club meeting in which Min also participated. So both of them go to the meeting where the leader reminds Min that he has to make a drawing to win the next competition. So Min immediately goes to work. Meanwhile, he sees some girls. After this, Min follows those girls and reaches their class where he finds out that the bruise belongs to a student of the Olympic class. Here Min thinks that he is also a student of the same class, so he puts on the bruise and goes to the Olympic class, but the teacher recognizes him and finds out that he is not her student, so the teacher throws him out. After coming out of the class, Min gets a note from his tuition partner in which it was written that she wants to meet him in the library, so Min goes to the library where he meets a beautiful girl named Pi. Min also meets Pepper Crust. When Min sees Pi for the first time, he gets attracted towards her. Then after the class is over, Min uses his mother's card to buy good clothes and also changes his hairstyle so that he can impress his crush Pi. In this way Min starts spending time with Pi. Then one day Min's father comes to school who reminds him that today he has a meeting with the school therapist. Also, he gives some products to Min to promote his medicine product and leaves. Here the school therapist starts asking Min some very strange questions due to which Min thinks of leaving from there, but before he can leave, that strange therapist starts swallowing Min's father's product, then suddenly all the medicines stop in the air, due to which Min understands that this is not the therapist but the vehicle. Min had come to remind him that he has to find the reason for Min's suicide as soon as possible and also tells him that he will have only one chance to answer and if his answer is correct then the hourglass will be broken. After some time, there is a festival in Min's school. Then he looks for his mother and sees that she is crying because Min did not do her practice test, due to which she was afraid of failing. Then to improve her mood, Min says that you are great, so you should not take much tension. Here Min asks her that we are a couple, but P refuses and says, "You never asked me to go out but I asked her to come with me to the festival." After this, both of them go to the festival together and enjoy a lot and in the end, they sit together and watch the fireworks. Then she tells Pi Min that you have changed a lot and now you are not sad like before. Saying this, she shakes Pi Min's hand. The next day when Min is at home, he overhears his mother talking on the phone, which tells him that his father has sent his wedding ring for the new products of his millimeter group. Due to which Rudy is very angry and sad. Then Min helps his mother cook some durians to make her happy and starts eating them. When Rudy sees Min eating durians, she is completely surprised because Min always hated durians. Here Rudy is very happy to see Min's new look and also tells him some stories of her childhood, which shows that she takes great care of her children even in her bad times. After some time, Min passes his exam, for which he had also promised to Min. So, Min is happy and applies shampoo to Min's hair and then she asks him to go for a walk on a bridge. She also runs after him to give him company. When they both complete 10 rounds, Min gives them a gift. Also, Min has a gift for today. It was his birthday and he opens the gift and finds a scope in it which Pioneer had made himself. Pi tells Min that she likes it very much and they kiss. After this, the scene shifts where Min starts drawing Pi and during this he finds some pictures in one of which Min was sitting near a locker. So Min goes to the locker and opens it and starts checking it but the locker was empty. Then Liv comes there and reminds Min that she had kept her laptop in the locker. But she had also written a note that her laptop should be given to her mother. But that day when she went to Lemon's house, Rudy was not there so she gave the laptop to her mother. After this, Min comes home and starts looking for his laptop in his mother's bedroom but he doesn't find the laptop and he sees some pictures there in which only one of his photos has his face scratched off. Apart from this, he also finds some documents there from which he comes to know that his mother wanted to go to Germany for studies. After this, Min opens his mother's computer, in which he sees a chat of Min and his friend, after reading which he comes to know that because of Ma, Min could not go to Germany because he had to stay with her to take care of his family, due to which he hates Min a lot and wants him to go to Ma. In this chat, Min had also written that he found a goodbye letter in Ma's laptop about which he did not tell his parents. Meanwhile, Min comes to know that the other laptop Ma has is his laptop, so Min goes to Ma's college to search for it, where he finds his laptop and brings it home and starts looking at it. But then Min goes there and shows him the laptop and says that this family is happy without him. After saying this, he throws Min's laptop out of the window, so Min quickly goes down and sees that the laptop is flying in the air, but Min's guardian was sitting there, who rocked the laptop in the air with his power, but he soon drops the laptop on the ground and starts laughing at Min. After this, Min puts his laptop down. He brings it home and turns it on. He sees that there is only one file in his laptop, which was his goodbye letter. From this letter, Min finds out that he had mixed some medicine in soda and drank it. But before doing that, he had erased all his One day Min goes to meet Min where he sees that his teacher was forcing himself on P and P was also not stopping the teacher from doing this, due to which the mother gets completely shocked. Min does not try to stop the teacher, but the next day he goes to the teacher and throws a 5 marker at her, after which he takes Pi with him to Chath and starts shouting at her that why was she behaving like this with her teacher. But Pi starts crying and tells that I don't like my teacher but still I stay with him because it is because of his help that I can go to Olympic team. This shows that Pi doesn't care about anything except her future, due to which the mother feels that Pi doesn't need her, so she starts crying about the land. And pointing at him, he says that he should kill himself. After this, we see that Min's father comes to his school because the principal had complained about Min to his father. Here Min's father asks him why he cannot be a normal boy. But Min gets angry with his father and says that why did you sell my mother's ring to Millimeter Group? Saying this, Min leaves from there. After some time, Min sees his mother's business card. He sees an address and goes to the address where he is shocked to see his mother with her new family. Rudy also sees his mother. So she tries to make her understand. But he leaves for his home. After this, Min stands on a bridge. During this, it was raining heavily. Min sees her under the bridge and thinks that he should commit suicide again. Then suddenly the rain stops and the guardian comes there. He comes to Min and asks the reason for his suicide. But Min replies, after answering them, the guardian's hourglass band would not have been on. This meant that the answer he gave was wrong. So the guardian reminds Min that he has only 3 days left with the children. After this, Min returns to his house and starts breaking all the things in his room. Then Lee comes there and asks Min that why haven't you made a drawing yet? But Min tells Lee that you don't need to worry about me. He starts talking to Lee in a Brahmi way and tells him that he never considered you his friend and neither did he like you. Hearing this, Lee feels very bad. Then Min tells that Min didn't come to school that day because he was going to end his life that day and he had also written a goodbye letter in which he didn't even write your name. Hearing all this, Lee runs away and leaves from there. After this, in the evening, Min and his father go to pick up Rudy, who was returning home from work today. Rudy was very tired so she wanted to go home but Min asks her to go out for dinner together. So all 3 of them go to a restaurant. Min leaves his parents alone saying that he is going to the washroom, but he did not go to the washroom. Instead he was listening to their conversation secretly. During this time he saw that his father is returning his mother's ring, after which Rudy tells her husband about her affair, due to which Min's father leaves. From there, without saying anything to Rudy, now Min and his mother are alone in the room. Then Rudy apologizes to her mother and tells that I want to live with my family, so I have broken my relationship with my second lover. But Min refuses to forgive his mother and tells her that I am not your son, but your real son has died because you are a bad mother. On this, both of them start arguing, due to which Rudy's attention is diverted from the road and they meet with an accident. After this, when Min regains consciousness, he finds himself in the hospital, where he immediately goes to see his mother, who was still unconscious. Min is also there, who tells his mother that his mother is very serious. He also says that father told him what happened in the restaurant, and I want to know why you did not tell me instead of committing suicide. If you had told me, I would have helped you. He also tells him that he should stop thinking that no one loves you. Since Min was not hurt, he is sent home. At home, he finds a durian sweet which his mother had kept for him. He also sees a kaleidoscope which Pi had gifted him. Here Min feels that he is behaving like a selfish person. After this, he completes his drawing. The next day, the announcement of the Olympic team is made. Pi is asked to give a speech on being selected in the team. But when Pi sees Min, he feels guilty and runs away from there. After this, Min sees him in a class, where she thinks of stabbing herself with a piece of glass, so Min apologizes to her and hugs her and also makes her understand that Min was very angry that day. So I said something to you without thinking, and you should not be angry with yourself because all this was the teacher's mistake. Hearing Min's words, Pi feels very good, so he goes to the principal to tell the truth about his teacher, while Min was scared to practice her new design, so Min leaves a drawing for Pi and goes from there. In this drawing, some lines were also written to support Pi. After this, Min goes to see the rehearsal of the card stunt club, where he meets Lee and apologizes to her and also tells her that you are the only one who always thinks good for me and supports me, for which you never even praised yourself. Hearing this, Lee forgives Min and she tells that I know that you still haven't made a drawing for the team, that's why I gave your old drawing to the team. When I saw my old drawing, I got surprised because I had given this drawing to them. Soon, old memories started coming in Min's mind, in which he saw Min's past life, in which he started seeing all the good times spent with his family and team. Thinking this, Min suddenly falls down from the CDO, due to which the hourglass kept near him breaks. After this, Min suddenly reaches his room, where he sees the guardian in the mirror, who had come in the form of Min this time, due to which Min understands that the soul in Min's body is not someone else's but Minka's soul. He also came to know that he committed suicide because he did not know how to focus on good things in life. In the end, he says that it was no one's fault behind his suicide, but it was all his own fault. The guardian agrees with his answer and congratulates Min for winning his soul. He tells that this test was done only to show you the reality, that is, now there will be no more rebirth of the mother and he will live this life well. After this, the guardian disappears from there. As soon as he disappears, Min reaches the school again, where the lion sees him and he has a smile on his face. Then Min hugs him and then goes straight from the school to the hospital, where he sees that Rudy has regained consciousness. Here Rudy tells that I am getting divorced from your father, so you have to decide with whom you want to live. Apart from this, Rudy says that if you choose your father, then I will not blame you because I am not a good mother. Then Min apologizes to Rudy for his actions and swears that he will never regret being his son. From this day onwards, Min returns to his daily life. Then one day Pi sends him a message that she has won a medal. Now, because Min had promised Pi that if Pi brings the medal, then she will go around a bridge wearing underwear and applying soap on her head. So he is seen circling a bridge in the end of the story and the movie ends here.